Hello everybody, Eoin here, life coach and sports coach. Today I'm going to talk to you about a really important subject, and that is that life leaves clues. And these clues are your clues to happiness. So this is a rather important subject. In fact, the origins of this video come from my motivational speeches that I give to 6th years in secondary school. And many of them are sitting down wondering, what am I going to do next? What am I going to write down in this CAO form? And many of them are not sure. And to be honest, I was one of those people too. I didn't really know what I wanted to do. But this video isn't just for 6th year students. This has broadness for anybody of any age. In fact, if you think about it, there are people who have gone through their entire lives working in something or pursuing something that really didn't give them any satisfaction or fulfillment whatsoever. And God knows, none of us want to do that. So, I'm going to recount my story because I'm one of these people who took the real scenic route to get to be where I wanted to be right now. In other words, I can look back now and see the clues that were there along the way, and that's what I'm going to share with you. At 42 years of age, I guess I have a little bit of life experience and some grey hair under my belt, so I'm going to recount my story, which again I do say to the 6th year students. So first of all, unbeknown to myself or unconsciously, I was following three important things. First one was I was following my passion. It went off the radar a little bit, but it kept on coming back. It kept on knocking on the door. Sometimes I was listening and sometimes I wasn't. The second thing was I was always open to new experiences. I was always looking for something new to try, check out. Did I like it? Did I not? Move on. And the very last thing, which unfortunately seems to be in short supply these days, is patience. I had patience too, to wait and get there in the end. Unfortunately these days, we all are looking for instant gratification. We want things right away, which isn't really working out well for some people, because the long road, I guess, even though it may be the tough road, sometimes it's worth the energy and effort for it. So back to my story and how I got to where I want to be, if you like, or how I followed the clues. So at this moment in time, I work as a life coach and I also work as a sports event organizer. Now track back to my childhood. When I was young, I was really interested in sport. I played underage hurling for Wexford and I was also a good runner. So sport was something I was really passionate about and really interested in. My parents, my mum had a B&B and my dad, he kept cattle even though he still had a 9-to-5 job. So I came from an entrepreneurial family. We did stuff. So I got that from a very young age. I realized, okay, I like being entrepreneurial, I like helping out in these businesses. I would love to be self-employed when I'm older. The only thing was, I had no idea what it is I wanted to do. So in school, when I was faced with filling out this CAO application form, I decided, okay, I'm going to pursue the two subjects that I was interested in, French and Irish. Now I did that in 3rd level in Minute, and I realized pretty fast, in 1st year actually, that I didn't want to continue studying. I didn't want to become a teacher. It wasn't something I was passionate about. So I was one of the lucky ones. At least I got the experience of going to college, but in my 3rd year in college, last year, I got the job as the student Heineken representative, which meant all of a sudden I'm exposed to budgets, marketing, sponsorship and sales. And I like this stuff. And it made sense to me then, of course, thinking forward, I'm the guy that wants to be self-employed. This stuff is going to be useful for me if I have my own business. So I decided to do a 1-year course in marketing and got my diploma in that. Then I went traveling the world for 2 years, which was great fun. But one significant thing I did when I was traveling was I did 3 months voluntary work in a home for abandoned and disabled children in Argentina. Now, helping people has always been something I've been very passionate about. From the very early age of 12, I organised my first charity gig for autism. It was a Halloween party that raised probably about £13, but hey, it was £13 more than they didn't have before we did it. So it's been in my blood, I guess, you know, to help people as much as I possibly can. So fast forward, getting back into the Irish job scene, I worked in marketing then for 8 years, again using those skills. Now within those 8 years, I was made redundant 3 times. And when I was made redundant the 3rd time, I actually decided to go and pursue that self-employment that I always wanted to do. But I could have remained stuck and just, I suppose, picked an idea, taken a franchise or something like that, but I didn't. I'm going to track back slightly here for a second. When I was 30 years of age, I joined a triathlon club, and I was asked, was there anybody interested in organising the club race? I said, okay, I'll try it. I've never been to a triathlon race, but I'll give this a go. And I did, and I was very successful at being the race organizer. Sponsorship was up, entries were up, and everybody really enjoyed the day. And I found suddenly, hey, this is something I like doing. I really like enjoy and feel passionate about organizing sports events. So I did this for 2 years. So tracking forward then to the 3rd time I was made redundant, I decided, okay, I'm going to give this a go. I'm going to see if I can make a business out of organizing sports events. And that's how I became a race organizer. So if you think back to when I was really younger, passionate about sport, now I'm organizing something, you know, that's involving sport, something that I've grown to know through the triathlons and ultramarathons and things. And now I'm doing something that I'm really interested in. As a result, that gave me the opportunity to become the life coach. Again, think back towards, you know, doing the charity thing for autism, and also then what I did when I was working abroad in Argentina with the kids. So it gave me the opportunity to be the life coach, because now I was not in a 9-to-5 job. I was working my own hours, so I could become a life coach. So now that I look at myself where I am right now and track back, I can see those little clues that were consistent all along the way. Those 3 things that I mentioned at the very beginning of this video. That was, what are you passionate about? Find what you're passionate about. What are you interested in? It's kind of the same thing. The second thing is, are you open to new experiences? Well, by being open to new experiences and by saying, yeah, you know what, I'll organize the race when nobody else wanted to do it. I got the experience of being the race organizer, and the rest is history. The last thing is, are you willing to be patient? It took me until I was 33 years of age to actually become self-employed. And that was something, as I mentioned at the very beginning, that was in my family, so it was a yearning I had for a very, very long period of time. So life does leave clues. The question is, are you actually open and looking for these clues? Are you actively looking for them? Are you pursuing them? Are you even aware of them? And that's what I want, if nothing else today in this video, is to open that awareness through my own story. Perhaps you're writing down your application for the CAO. You're wondering, what the heck am I going to do? Or perhaps you're midstream in life and you're wondering, how did I get here? I really don't like it. You know, did I abandon my passions? Did I go pursuing perhaps the big payday? Whatever the case might be, this is something for you, I guess, you know, as a result of hearing somebody else's experience and being aware of the passion. Are you open to new experiences? No matter where you are in your life, what stage, old, young, midstream, are you open to new experiences? And last thing is, are you willing to be patient for them? Are you willing to work towards there to get there? So I hope this video has been helpful. I look forward to seeing you in the next one. My name is Eoin. Thank you for listening.